Oh, ¿cómo están amigos y amigas of the Pokemon Go community? Welcome to my little channel here. This is El Manguancho here in New Jersey. I am walking my dog this morning before I go to work. Today I started at 11 a.m. so I have some time to walk my dog and play at the same time. I have two things that I'd like to talk about today. One is reviewing and sort of overviewing how these nearby and sightings features work, because I think there's a little bit of confusion as far as how they work. There might be some confusion for some as far as how they interact with each other, how you should process the information that you see on your screen while you play. One thing is, for example, is a lot of people are saying, why my nearby only, I can only see in my nearby feature Pidgeys and Rattatas. I'm very interested in that. I'm interested in seeing sightings where there's a lot more Pokemon around me that I can track down or trace down and be able to see in my sightings window. And people are saying, why we should care about nearby when they can only see Pidgeys and Rattata. Okay, so number one, let's see, there's a Charmander here somewhere very close. Alright, so I'm next to it, within walking distance. So understand first that sightings and nearby are two different tracking systems that work independently, and in the background, all you have to know is that there are two sets of Pokemon that are assigned to each. Okay, and the Pokemon that are near in the wild, the ones that, for example, just popped up right now. This one over here, this one is assigned to the sightings because it's a Pokemon that is not near a Pokestop. So is I don't know what the distance is. What is the distance that they consider to be around Pokestops? We don't know that information. I wish I can find that information more in detail. If I get some access to some coding, I will be able to tell you. But this one, for example, seems to be something that is not related to a Pokestop. This Pokestop is where? By the post office here. But I don't think this is it, because when we passed, I saw one popped up. So this one is assigned to sightings. It won't show up in your nearby. And again, the majority of the Pokemons, the vast majority of Pokemons, the ones that are around you, are assigned to sightings. And unfortunately, sightings is not working as intended, or probably, I don't think it's broken. I do think that they purposely disabled that, and wait for the comments to see what people say about it. I think it's great for now. I think it's great. It will be nice to have it working all together, but as you know, sightings doesn't show up anything in this screen. So when you walk around, your sightings won't come up unless there is no Pokestops around you, or you're driving over 20 miles per hour, or in a moving vehicle 20 miles per hour. That's when sightings. Let me catch this for 1 second. Molly, sit, sweetheart. Molly, sit. Good girl. So let me catch that one. So so unless there's no Pokemon nearby, and you're not driving, more than 25 miles per hour, your sightings will be activated, though you won't see anything. Sightings will take over at that point, and nearby will be shut down for whatever period of time it requires, depending on where you stand at that position, or of your global position, or of your GPS position. So two sets of Pokemon. One set, the vast majority of them set up to sightings, and a very percentage of Pokemon assigned to Pokestops. So whenever you see one, you don't see the other one. Okay, so I believe that it's good because, first of all, sightings was not working intentionally or properly. It was only showing you Pokemon that are around you. You still are in the same at the same place because you don't know where to go to find a certain Pokemon. I was walking my dog the other day and I spotted a Snorlax in my sightings, not nearby. And because I was walking, it was a little bit difficult for me to find. I never found it, but it was showing up, and I thought that I would have found that and caught it, because every time I walked, in certain directions, the Snorlax in my sighting screen will either, move up move up to the third, second, first space, and I thought that when it was at first spot, I probably everybody thought about that it will be very close, okay, so that you will be able to catch it. It will show up, but that wasn't the case. So every time I walk, I come first place, it never showed up. And again, I think you are in a better position now. Now the sightings doesn't work because you have, guess what? You have a surprise factor. If you're using your nearby and you're on your way to catch a Pokemon that you want using your nearby feature, you might be surprised with a Pokemon that you don't have on the way. Okay, so that surprise factor is good because even though you can't track it down, you'll be able to catch. It will be a nice game experience to find something that you never thought you would find. Whereas if you have any of your sightings working and you're trying to find it, you get frustrated. You will get frustrated if you don't catch it. So it saves you the aggravation. I think more to all those people that complain about things getting fixed in the game for them to be able to play, I think it's ridiculous. You just have to find your way around it, and it's, if possible, change your game strategy. And so basically, very important to know, two sets of Pokemon. One is assigned to sightings, one is assigned to nearby. I guess nearby Pokemon, I'm not sure if it's what the maximum amount of Pokemon that they can fit. It's all at their discretion. They can fit as many Pokemon as they can in a nearby Pokestop. Let's go walk this way, honey. All right. So no, I'm sorry, folks. My dog wants to chase a squirrel, and she's pulling me really hard. Anyway, Molly, come on, Molly, settle down, Molly. Sorry, folks. Okay, so what else I was going to mention? Make it easier for you to understand or to get a grasp of how this game is working right now. There's no way to know whether or not Niantic Labs, the maker of this game, is planning as far as those two tracking systems. Will they keep both all together? Disabling sightings. I saw sightings working after they released the nearby here in the East Coast and in all states in the United States. I saw nearby working briefly in a way that I was driving down Route 17 North heading to my girlfriend's, and there's a certain area where sightings will spawn, or you will be able to see what's it called, Pokemons in your sightings. And and it was very consistent. Has been consistent. I passed that area 2 times in 2 different days, and it's always showing up. And I think also saw that it was showing up even when I was driving over 25 miles per hour. So I'm not sure what that means, but I was able to trace down Pokemon in Sightings. Again, not nearby, not near Pokestops, in Sightings, in Route 17 North, on my way to my girlfriend's. And it will be nice to have them fix or change back to the way it works, so that you can use both at the same time. Some people are requesting to have a way to manage those two tracking systems on command, meaning that if there's a way that you can toggle between Sightings and nearby, be able to tell the game, I want to use this at this time, I want to use the other one at a different time. I don't think you want to do that, as much as we want the game to play the game for us, do the less amount of hits on your phone. The less work you do, the better it is. A lot of people would like to have the game play on their own, for themselves, so that they can gain points and get advanced to move on to the game, get ahead of the game, getting points, so on and so forth. That's not necessarily the way you want the system to do, right? To do everything for you. It's just like having a non-existent game, because what is the point of having a game that does everything for you if you don't it's like not playing the game at all. You don't have that game experience. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, okay, so hopefully that explains and clears up a little bit of the confusion that there's around, as far as people not understanding why certain Pokemon are showing in the wild surprisingly, and when there's a Pidgey or Rattata in Pokestop. And also keep in mind that Rattata, that Pidgey in Pokestop, it's not gonna be there 24/7. Okay, it's gonna spawn and change. At a certain point it's gonna flee and go away and be replaced by another Pokemon. It might be one of the ones that you don't have in your decks. So you just kind of have to check out the nearby every once in a while, see if what's around you, and if you see that something is interesting, you can hit it. I'll show you this in a different video, and trace it down, and that will show you in the map where exactly it is, so you can start walking towards it. You will get that Pokemon 99% of the time, but that 1% that you won't get is sometimes when you get there, it will fly away, and then you'll be disappointed. But those chances are slim. So if you walk fast, or if you use a car to get to that place, chances are you will get it. You will catch that Pokemon. Okay. The second thing I want to talk about is the recent change that Niantic Labs have made into the game. They did it again. Okay, but I think this is the first time that they reversed something. I'm not sure if they did it with the request of complaints of many users, but they did changes, revert back what they changed before, as far as the gym dynamics. Gym battling in gyms, as you know, they changed in a way that it was too easy to take down a gym, and much more very, very difficult to maintain and train into a friendly gym. Now they say they reverted back. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm already seeing the consequences. People are the Pokemon gyms that I used to put my Pokemons there every day, because I was doing it every day. Now are steady, and they're increasing the prestige levels. They're getting into the tank gyms, so you'll see a lot. Those gyms flooded with 10 points. I mean 10. I'm sorry, prestige 10. That means there are 10 Pokemons there. So you'll be able to see that more common. It'll be it will be a little bit difficult to take it down. You have to play for a long period of time, and also you have to spend a lot of revives and all these items that you have in your storage. If you play alone, if you play in a group, it might be much easier to take it down. If you okay, so that not sure how long that's gonna last, but it was awesome because a lot of those high trainers that were at level 39 were having a feast, because they will put those Pokemon on those gyms, and they won't have to worry about for months. They were claiming coins and Stardust every day without doing things, without doing anything, because they would just sit the Pokemon's asses over there and move them, just be able to collect, which comes down to the fact that a lot of players would like the system to work in their favor. But for me, I just had to change my game strategy again. So I'll find ways to take advantage of this new change as well. So where I was using my most powerful Pokemon to take down gyms very quickly, and put very weak Pokemons in gyms every day. Now I had to do the opposite. I had to use my weakest Pokemons, I believe, in this new change, in this revert change, get you the most points in battles, as I remember. So if you're battling a Snorlax that is over 2500 CP, you might want to use three low ends Pokemons, probably of 1000 CP each, and take down Snorlax. You will get the most points if that Snorlax is beaten by a very low Pokemon. Okay, if you use a more powerful Pokemon that is 3000, you get less points, XP points. Okay, that's all I want to talk about today. If you have any questions, post them in there. Subscribe if you want. Again, I want to say I do this, make these videos for anybody who thinks that they're useful and helps them understand and play the game. Continue playing the game. Change the way you're doing it. Try to play smart and try to not complain too much about the changes. Changes are good in a way. It just gets a little time to get used to it. So wait. Excited about the upgrade. I guess the second generation upgrade. I can't wait to see that, and continue playing and have fun, and I hope you get the most. Until the next time, you take care. Bye. What's up, Molly? Okay, okey-doke.